We're live.
Hi everybody, happy Monday. Hope you're all well. It's the last day of November, which means we can put our trees up and put our lights up, and Phil's got no excuse anymore. I get to do it. I can have my pretty lights up. So I hope you all had a lovely weekend. I'm a little bit tired, if I'm perfectly honest. I am a little bit tired. It was a very early start yesterday morning and then a long drive back as well, so a little bit like that. And now we're sorting out the best part of 500 orders, so through Hochanda, which is amazing, but also tiring. So I hope you all had a lovely weekend. We've got a couple of things that we're going to have a little go at the Charming Circle ruler today. It's been requested by a couple of different people, so we're going to go through that and how it works. And I've got a daily deal for you, but before we go through that, who's there? Who's there saying hello?
The comments haven't shown up yet.
No comments? Swipe right.
There we go.
There we go.
Out of nowhere. Christine and Sheila says hello.
Hi Christine, hi Sheila. Lovely. It's alright, the Facebook's done a stupid update thing again, so page keeps changing and you've got to try and find new bits on it. Why they just don't leave things alone, I don't know. So because it's the 1st of December tomorrow, it'll be the first Advent draw. So you can still buy tickets. There are still plenty of tickets available. You can buy tickets right the way up to the very end. You could buy a ticket on the 23rd, ready, and go in the hat ready for the last prize on the 24th. Tickets are available in the shop and on the website. They're £2 each. You can buy as many as you like. You can buy one, you could buy 20, up to you. But you would get, obviously, however many chances, so you can win more than once. We got 24 amazing prizes. So the first one we will do live tomorrow, and how we're going to do it. So we'll do it on the 1 o'clock live on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, obviously, and Thursday. Friday, Sarah and I are in the shop, so we'll do Fridays from the shop. We'll just pop on quickly and do just a little mini live to do the Advent. And then the Saturday and Sunday one we'll draw on the Monday. So on like the following Monday, we'll do Saturday, Sundays and Mondays. So you'll get the 3 winners on that, okay? Because otherwise it means Sarah and I've got to go backwards and forwards to the shop at the weekend. So that's how we're going to do the draws. I've got a daily deal for you. So if any of you watched Hochanda yesterday, we had some of the linen panels. They did all the ones that we had did all sell out on Hochanda. There are a couple left in the shop of some of them, but some of the coordinating fabrics are gone. But I didn't take the bee on. I can't believe I didn't take the bee on. I thought I had, but I didn't, apparently. So I've got a few of the bee panels left. So this is the lovely, oh, he's upside down. This is the lovely bee, sat in his pretty pink flower, little bumblebee. And we've got the coordinating fabric as well, okay? So they're normally £5, and then this is, I can't remember how much it is a metre, but we're going to do it for £7.50, okay? And I think I've got 10 of them left. So I'll put, when I get back to the shop, I will put it on the daily deal section on the website. But for £7.50, we've got the ½ metre of coordinating fabric, which is extra wide as well. It's 58 wide, so you get a really nice big piece. And then I've got the panel. So for the two together will be £7.50. Okay. Just because I've got new stuff coming in, so I was supposed to take these on Hochanda. I thought I'd told them I was doing it, and I hadn't with the bee. So you guys get it instead. So anybody there? Anybody having a chat? Anybody having a comment before we get started?
Jenny says afternoon. Wendy says hi. Heather says hi.
Hi everybody.
Grace, Karen, Marilyn, Eileen.
Lovely. Hi everybody. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to tell you guys. There appears to be quite a lot of delay with postage. We had quite a few people last week ring us saying, I've paid for first class postage, it still hasn't happened, this doesn't come. We have a certificate of posting to say that we've put it in the post. Everything, unless you've ordered on like a Friday at 8 o'clock at night or a Saturday and Sunday, but if you order in the week, like Monday to, sorry, Drew's got to answer a call, he starts a new job tomorrow, so got to let him go. So I'm just going to talk to you a minute, can't move the camera. We post within 24 hours, okay? So I know one lady, it's taken 9 days for her postage to get there, and the post date on it was like the 17th, and she ordered on the 16th. So we are posting stuff out. Please be patient. I think there's quite a lot with Christmas and COVID and everything. I think the post, even on first class, is really delayed. So if it's not, you know, you need to, it looks on average like some things are taking about 8 days to get to you guys. Some people are getting it straight away. You know, some people are absolutely, it's coming the following day. But some areas, whether I don't know whether they're short on post people or whether their sorting offices are short on staff. But please be patient, okay? Everything does go out within 24 hours of you ordering from our end. Ask Alex, bless him, he has to carry it backwards and forwards to the post office. So yeah, just be patient. I give it at least 8 to 10 days. Because there are quite a lot of delays at the moment, okay? Not from our end, though. It seems to be the post office. So, all right, groups? All sorted, yeah?
Yeah, he's going to call me back. I have to.
Oh, right, fair enough. Was that your new job?
Yeah.
Ah, you could have taken the call, love. It's fine.
He needed my passport and stuff. So
right, okay. Did you just say I'm working at the moment?
Yeah.
Cool. Right, so we're going to have a little look. This was requested, so I thought we'd have a little look at the Charming Circles ruler. I know I've done it on Hachanda a couple of times, but we haven't done it on a 1 o'clock, and obviously not all of you watch the Hachanda, and you can't watch it back. So the Charming Circle ruler is one of the June Tailor products. It does come with really comprehensive instructions, okay? You've got really, I don't know, Drew, if you want to come in on this one. You get really comprehensive instructions on how to do it and stuff, and what sort of things you can do with it. I've just realised I've got a big blob of glue on that one. Let's get rid of the glue, otherwise it's going to stick to the fabric. There we go. That's where it sticks to the... That's got it. But it does tell you exactly on how to do it, but I'll do a little demo as well for you. Because you can put wadding and stuff in as well. And you can use it for all sorts of products. I mean, I'm sure you've all seen Jen's lovely denim quilt that I've taken on Hachanda a couple of times. And that's done with, you know, old jeans, you know, lots of old jeans cut up in stuff. But it doesn't have to be. You could do it in like a chambray, you can do it in cotton, which is what I'm going to do here. You can, you know, it doesn't have to be a quilt either. Once you've made the piece of fabric, you can make it into whatever you want. And they've given you some little ideas there. Okay. But I thought I'd take you through how to do it and whether or not to put wadding or not in, which you can do. Okay. So I've got a little piece of cotton as my backing fabric, okay, and you can be, you know, if you've got a turntable cutting mat, you can do this quite easily as well. I'm going to cut 4 of them and we're going to put them together just as a little 4 patch, all right? So I'm going to fold this in half like that, okay, like that. Pop that one on top, like that, line it all up. Okay, and I'm going to cut out my circles. Now, there is 2 different methods on here. This is the basting spray. There's the basting spray method. I find that quite sticky. I don't like that method particularly. I prefer to do the marking method, which is what we're doing here. I find it's a lot cleaner. You get a lot less glue on your hands. So, nice, neat, nice new rotary blade, and you can just go round the ruler. If you're not confident in doing this, you can draw around it and cut it out afterwards, okay? If you've got a turning mat, even better. So,
Marilyn, how much is the ruler?
now you're asking, lovely. I'm gonna... Oh, I can't remember. Drew, look on the website for me. It should be on our website, in the haberdashery in the ruler section. Ooh. See, this is not... I used this yesterday in Hachanda and the blunt of the blade. Here we go. Okay, so I've cut out, quite easily, 4 circles all in one. Alright?
What's the name of it?
It's called the Charming Circles ruler. Drew's just checking on the website for me. I can't remember, to be honest. Okay? You then want them wrong sides up, like this. And we're going to mark in... Can you see? You've got all these little... Hopefully you guys can see. We've got these little slots in the ruler. Okay.
$23.99.
They're $23.99, the rulers. Okay, and we're just going to mark in the slots. Okay. Do you know what? As we're doing this today, I'll do this on a daily deal as well. Actually, I'll do it as exactly 20 quid for the ruler. All right. So we'll take the $3.99 off, and again, I'll put those on. I'll change the price on that when I get back to the shop. Okay. So I'm just marking out through the slots, because you're going to use those as not only a placement line but a sewing line as well. Okay. I like the fact as well it's got these grid lines on it, which means if you wanted, if you had directional fabrics, you could actually really sort of fussy cut and get them in the centre and all as well, so that on the back you would you'd be able to what's the word, really centre a design. But you can do that on the front, which I'll show you in a second. But I'm going to quickly do that on all four. Okay, so I'm just really lining that up. Come on, there we go, and going for it. So anybody else there? Anybody else got any questions? What did you get up to this weekend? Did you watch on Sunday? Was anybody up with me at 7 o'clock in the morning? I did not like that 4:30 alarm. That was not pleasant.
Jenny said when I cut out the circles from my old jean, I drew all on the circles. Wait, yeah, I drew the circles on the jeans and cut by hand. Found it hard work with the rotary cutter.
Yeah, I think if you were using denim, that's what I would do. I would use the circle and then use scissors, because, you know, denim is really quite thick. If you're using like a cotton chambray, you know, like a denim chambray or something, which is much lighter weight, you can get away with a rotary cutter. But thicker fabrics, but you could use, you know, you could use velvets, you could use anything with this. This is such a nice technique that you know, you can do what you want with them, really. Okay, so I'm just marking up these 4 like that, just so I've got a stitch line, okay, on each one. We're then going to start by making these into 2s, because I'm going to do a little 4 patch of this, but you could do them into rows and then join your rows together just like you would normally. Okay, so we're going to put these right sides together like this, and then where's all my pins gone? Oh, there they are, all over here. So you want to find those lines. Okay, so I'm going to pop a pin through there, okay, and make sure it's hitting the line that side like that. And again the other side, so pin through there. See, it's not quite hitting there, which means I'm not quite in the right place. There we go, like that. And I would do the same through the centre.
Pamela's
like
asked, do you have the redwork baubles in the shop because it's sold out?
I don't, but we can absolutely make a kit up for you. The templates are already on the... I don't have any made up because I've made up just enough for Hachanda, but we can make some more up. So again, I'll put the kit onto the website a bit later, okay, later on this afternoon, so you can order that. But the templates, if you just want the templates, if you want to use up white on whites and stuff that you've got at home, or, you know, if you're going to do them reds or blues or whatever, the templates are already on the website. But I will put the kit on our website as well later for you, in case you want it all as a, you know, all together. But yeah, no problem. Give me a chance to get back over to the shop, okay, and I'll do that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to stitch down that drawn line now, okay? So I'm going to take it over to the machine. It's not a 1/4 inch or anything. It's just straight the way down. Ooh, well, it would be if I could find the foot. Where's my foot gone? There's the pedal there. And we're going to stitch down that line, okay? We'd use a coordinating thread like we would normally. And out, down we go, like that. Okay, so you've now got something that looks a little bit like this. Okay, so you've got this little like orange peely looking piece, little flaps there in the centre. Alright, so we're going to do exactly the same on the other pair. Now if you were doing a bigger project than 4 together, because I think these would actually make like nice little placemats or something, or a little table centre, but if you're doing more, you would go along your rows. Okay, so you would join the next one onto here, and then the next one onto here, depending on how long a row you wanted. But we're just going to do a little 4 patch for now. So, okay, so I'm going to add this one to this one, like that. And again, do exactly the same. Make sure that the lines are hitting the lines, like that. Any questions there while I'm doing this one?
Wendy says she watched both shows. They were fab.
Ah, thanks. Ah, thanks, Wen. I can't believe that people actually got up that early to listen to me waffle on, but I do appreciate it. That's lovely.
Susan, Eileen, and Pamela, and Christine watched them as well.
Oh, bless you. Yeah, it's such an early start, that 7, so we're going to whip over to the machine. It's such an early start, that 7 a.m. show, because I've got to be in the studio. Oh, hang on, that's moved. Got to be in the studio by about 5:45. So because I had to stay in a hotel the night before, my alarm went off at 4:30. that I should just be going to bed as far as I'm concerned at that time, not getting up. There we go. So down that one. That's definitely a go to bed time, not a get up time. Okay, there we go. So I've now got that one done like that as well. And I just give them a little finger press at this point, just to open them out. Okay, we're then going to join them. So once you've done your rows, depending on what size project you want to do, we're going to join them rows together. So exactly the same. So I would start by getting that centre seam there, right on that centre seam there, like that. Pop a pin in there. Just get that right first. And then play around and get these. There we go, like that. And then make sure that they are all lined up, which that one is there. Another couple of pins. We're going to do the same on this side. So I have seen a couple of your names come through on orders already. Actually, I started. Me and Alex are packing orders while Sarah's doing the website orders, and Linda's cutting. Bless her, cutting for her life at the moment. So I have seen some of your names actually. I was like, oh, I recognise that name. Oh, I recognise that name. So what we're going to do now is we're going to stitch all the way down that one. Okay, right the way across. And again, you're just following those lines you've drawn. It's nice and easy. Okay, so I'm just going to go straight down this one. Oh, I got an itchy nose. I'm going to sneeze in a minute, ladies. I can feel it brewing. There we go. Knew it was coming. Oh. There we go. So, right, back over here. Come on, groups, keep up, love. And then once again, you're going to open those ones out. Okay, so I'm going to open that out and just give that a little finger press too. Okay, like that. So, like I said, we're just going to do a little four patch, but you would obviously just do your rows and then add your rows together. Now, this is designed to be used with a charm pack, charming circles. Okay. So the little lines here, those lines that we drew through, sit a 5-inch square, which is brilliant for a charm pack, or you could cut out of your stash. You would also, if you were cutting out of your stash, you'd use those grid lines that are on here to fussy cut. You know, so if I really wanted, if you were using some really, you know, cute little fabrics, you could then fussy cut, use those grid lines, because that's going to be the centre to cut out what you wanted. So you could mark and then cut. Okay, so that's not, it's just another handy little bit on there. They don't necessarily, if you're using denim or a heavier weight fabric, you don't need wadding. Okay, because, you know, I'm using a cotton, I'm going to use a little bit of wadding as well. So I've cut my wadding at 4 3/4 inches, just so they're it's a weeny bit smaller and I haven't got any overspill. So I've lined up a piece of wadding like that and then a charm square on top. Okay, and it should fit in really nicely in there. Okay, so you've just got to make sure it's all tucked in like that. In fact, let me grab some pins again. Oh, sorry, I've got to blow my nose. Just a second, ladies. Oh, dearie me. Okay, we'll just grab some pins a second. There we go. So we're going to just make sure that's all nice and tucked in like that, and just pin this down into place. And make sure that one's nice and flat like that. Now this is a raw edge, what they call raw edge effect. Okay, now you could satin stitch right the way over, or blanket stitch if you wanted to, which would stop any fraying, but the majority of the time you would just top stitch round this and you would let this fray, so you get this lovely sort of raw edge effect. Okay, and what you would do is then just add in your next one this side. So we're going to, hopefully you can still see those lines. I'm just going to line that one up in there and then add this one on like that. Tuck that all up in nicely. If they're a little bit big, just tuck it in. Okay, I'm going to bring this one over, pop a pin in there, and then pull that one up there and pop a pin in there, like that. And we're going to work our way round, okay? Now, I'm not going to stitch this all now for you. There's, you know, you'll be bored silly watching me stitch this many, many lines. But I thought, well, oh, there it is. I was going to say, I'm sure I had another charm square there. There we go, like that. And get that one in. There, like that. Tuck that one in. Okay, and then the last one would be over here. So obviously you would do this again in your rows, depending on what size you want it to be. Okay, so I'm just going to tuck that last one in there and grab the last couple of pins. And there. You could add a little touch of basting spray on there if you wanted to, if you just want it all to sit down, you know, and stay nice and flat. Okay, so there we go. Now we're going to top stitch these down. You could use a decorative stitch. It's another nice way of playing around with your decorative stitches. But we're going to top stitch down these. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to go up round there, and then I'm probably going to do that to save lots of threads and stuff. Okay. Once you've done that top stitching and you'd put your whole piece together, depending on what size you want it to be, you would then pull these ones in on the edges to basically bind the edge, because that edge is now bound. Okay, so you'd bring all this in. You could put a proper binding on if you wanted to. Okay, but I'll just do a little bit of top stitching for you so you can see. So is anybody there having a little chat? Anybody got anything to say today?
Pamela says she loved the Manx patchwork.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, I love that technique. We're going to be doing, hopefully in December, I'm going to be doing a YouTube live where we're going to go through the hexagonal Manx. So if you like the normal Manx, I've been playing around with different shapes which aren't traditional to Manx patchwork, but it's the same sort of technique. So I've been designing some new shapes and stuff. So I think we're going to do a YouTube live for the hexagonal. So you need to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And that should be coming up hopefully in the next few weeks. So, and then I'm going to go down there. So I'm just going to go right to the centre like that, and I'm going to twist and pivot and come along this side. Now I would choose a coordinating fabric, and you know, I'm just top stitching this, which you can absolutely do. There's no reason not to top stitch it, but you could blanket stitch. You could do some blanket stitches, use your decorative stitches, which would be really pretty. There's no reason why you don't top stitch and decorative stitch, you know. You could even just zigzag and stuff. Let me just go down that one as well, and then you can sort of see the petals as they're forming. Any other questions there? Anybody else got anything to say? Any comments?
Sounds really good.
Pardon?
Eileen said can't wait, sounds really good. And
Cool.
then Erica said hexagon style Manx sounds really interesting.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with that actually. You know, when sometimes things really work and stuff. It was one of my what if moments. And I, you know, because Manx patchwork is traditionally only ever square. They don't do any other shapes. And I looked for, it was one of those, what if we do this type attitude? You know what I'm like, what if? And I looked and couldn't find anything about other shapes. So I just thought, I'm going to have to try and do this myself, aren't I? So I did. And I'm really pleased with that. Actually, the hexagonal has come out really nicely. So I'll just bring this back over so you guys can see. So you can see all I've done with that one is just top stitch. And you will get a bit of fraying, okay? But that's kind of the look. If you don't want it to fray, you need to do a blanket stitch or a satin stitch. Do you guys all know about satin stitch on your machine? It's basically a really narrow... Shall I show you? Shall I show you a quick satin stitch? I've got time. So, with satin stitch, it's basically a very, very close zigzag. So you're going to choose your zigzag function, okay, on your machine, which is that one, okay? And you're going to drop your stitch length, so not the width, you want to drop the length right the way down, okay? So I'm going to drop it right down to like 0.3, might be 0.5 on yours, okay? And then what that does is you're going to get a zigzag. It's going to go backwards and forwards over the edge of the fabric, but really, really close together. So you get a satin stitch. A lot of machines have a satin stitch already on it. But if you don't, there's no, don't worry too much. The other thing, actually, let me show you this on my foot. I don't know if you can see this. We'll come back over into the real light. So your foot might have this. I've got on mine a little tiny, I don't know if you can see that little mark there in the centre. Okay, that's in line with the needle. All right, it might be that yours is down here somewhere, but most general feet have got a little line somewhere that marks the centre where the centre of the needle is. So if I keep the edge of the fabric right in line with that, I know it's going to zigzag evenly over the edge of the fabric. Okay, so I might be teaching you to suck eggs there, but I just thought for those people who might not know, I'll quickly show you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line my fabric up with the edge of the fabric, this bit here, well, obviously this side, but the edge of the fabric with that little mark, and it's now going to hopefully do a satin stitch like that. So just lining that up, I'm going quite slowly. I say quite slowly, that wasn't quite slowly at all, was it? But just getting the first bit going. It's quite thread heavy satin stitch, but it does give a really nice effect. And you won't get any fraying either if you don't want it to have any fraying. Now I've done quite a small satin stitch. If you wanted it to be wider, go over the fabric more, you would go up on the width of your sewing machine. Okay. It's not the skip arriving, is it? I'm waiting for a skip to turn up and it's still not turned up. There we go. Nearly there, all the way down this one. It is a little bit longer than top stitching, but if I just do that one little bit for you, you can see. Okay, now bring it over here. And what that does, now I could probably, I was on 0.3, I could probably have gone down to 0.2, and I've kept a grey in there so you can really see it, okay, but I would probably have chosen like this lovely oatmeal-y brownie colour, and you get that nice, and that'll stop satin stitch, and that'll stop any fraying. So if you don't like the raw edge look, which is what this is, you could satin stitch instead, or blanket stitch, or decorative stitch, but I don't think we've had a play with satin stitch before, so it's just the zigzag, but take the stitch length right down. Okay. Any other questions or comments there?
Carolyn says she uses satin stitch sometimes when she does her applique.
Oh yeah.
And often uses variegated thread.
Yeah. Oh, it looks lovely. Yeah, really nice and variegated because you get like little bands of colour going down. Yeah, nice. That's yeah. Well, Carolyn, was that your tree skirt with the nutcrackers? I've got a picture of this beautiful tree skirt with nutcrackers on the Gigglers page, and I can't remember whose it was now. It's been a long weekend, but that was stunning, absolutely stunning. Really, really loved that. The applique on that was amazing.
Was it from the other day?
Yeah. Any other questions or anything there?
No. Nope.
No, you're all very quiet today. Right, okay, I'm going to love you and leave you then because we've got a lot of orders to do. So I'm going to get back over to the shop and get going with that little lot. So I will pop the price of this down. Okay, I think I was saying it was $23.99, but I'll do it for 20 quid for the next 24 hours. Okay, this is me showing you that side. Tired girl. This one. So I will pop that on as well. I'll put the bees on as well as the bee fabric as well as soon as I get over, and I will put some of the red work kits on too because we've got enough to make a few more up. So I'll do that as well. But the templates, if you've got your own thread and bits there and you don't want the whole kit, the templates are already on the website. I will see you tomorrow. We're going to be doing a bit of crochet. Well, I'm going to be doing it. Sarah's given up on crochet. She's not doing crochet anymore. She's decided. So I'm going to do some crochet tomorrow with you guys, and we're going to make some little mini stockings, which would look really cute, either hung on the tree or like it's bunting or something. Okay, so we're going to have a go at that tomorrow. So I'll see you at 1 o'clock. Take care, ladies. Hopefully you're all well, and I'll see you really soon. Bye.